I love acting. I love everything about it. I have for as long as I can remember. I know I need to build the skills to not only understand the craft of acting, but the business of acting if I am to succeed. I love acting.
So, you want to be an actor. Well, that's fantastic. But there's a lot of things that go into making movies, and a lot of people needed to make it happen. Today we're going to look at some of the departments involved in filmmaking. First up is special effects. As an actor, you're going to be working alongside a lot of new technologies and all the people to make it happen. Here's Candace to tell you a little bit about it.
Hi there. I'm here to talk to you about the magical people who work in the special effects, also known as the SFX department in the film and television business. There are a few different rates these guys can make, subject to change. Where the SFX laborers, they make $25.51 an hour, the assistants $31.86 an hour, the first assistant $36.63 an hour, and the coordinator is $40.49 an hour. Now, these beauties are responsible for the illusions and or visual tricks in the industry that simulate the imagined events in a story or virtual world. Now, there are two jobs that these people are split into and specialize in. Those are the mechanical effects, also known as the practical or physical effects. These guys work with animatronics, mechanical props, scale models, scenery, pyrotechnics, yay fire, and atmospheric effects, such as wind, rain, snow, and fog. The next is optical effects, also known as the photographic effects. Now, these people work with photographical effects, like placing the actors and set against different backgrounds. The SFX department is represented by two unions, the Association of Canadian Film Craftspeople and the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees. They work under the art director and production designer. The SFX assistants report to the SFX supervisors, who then report to either the art director or production designer. So, best stay on their good side. They put in a lot of hours to help make the finished product look good and amazing. Oh, and you, of course. So, they're capable of doing many things to you when you're against that green screen. Thank you.
Super cool. Now we're going to talk a little bit about post-production. We've learned about what happens on set, but someone needs to make sure that all the material comes together to produce a movie. Oh, hey look, we're in my room. Okay, so post-production is everything involved in making sure that the product is finished and clean with sound effects, music, and special effects after the shooting. So the post-production team is responsible for video editing, writing and recording the soundtrack, adding visual special effects, or usually CGI nowadays, producing digital copies of the film, although that's kind of becoming obsolete, and designing sound for the film through a process called sound re-recording or mixing. So something about the post-production process is it's actually more often than not longer than the actual filming of the film. But it is essential in producing a handsome final product. It requires a full second direction because a lot of even very small things can change the entire tone of the film. For example, if you put a blue wash or have a blue leaning color palette for the picture, it tends to have a more somber and dramatic effect. So the hierarchy in the post-production sector usually isn't that different from the actual production sector. So everything is overseen by the producer, and then underneath the producer is the production manager, and then underneath them is the director, who oversees every subsect of post-production. Usually music has its own subsect, as well as sound effects. And then the supervising editor is responsible for making sure that every element, the footage, music, sound effects, come together to form a final product. So composers and video editors will typically make around 30 to 60 grand per annum, while the more technical roles like technical director or colorist will usually make about six figures. The unions that you can be a part of in post-production are IATSE, which has its own editing sector, but there is also the Motion Pictures Editors Guild that is based out of the United States. So there's a couple of things that you can do as an actor to help your post-production department out. If you fumble after a line, you can allow a cushion room, a time cushion, after fumbling the line to make sure that the editors can edit out your mistakes. Also, offering a clear and concise and consistent performance will help you avoid ending up on the cutting room floor. And remember to be very nice to your directors and your producers because they get the final say in how you end up looking in the editing room. Okay, thanks. That's everything. Wow, wasn't that fascinating? Now we're going to get a little bit technical. Performers are very important, but who's going to see us without cameras and lights? There need to be people to take care of the equipment and transport them to where it needs to go. These are the grips, but don't listen to me. Here's Boom!
Hi, today I'm going to talk about grips department. The grips are one of the important departments that actors should know about. They are the people who help director of photography create the interesting shot. A grip's responsibility is to build and maintain all the equipment that support camera and lighting. They do this by using flags, bulbs held on C-stand. They are also responsible for large bulbs called fire water, backdrops and green screen, as well as setting up racking to hang light and other equipment. The head of this department is called key grip. They report to Director of Photography or DOP. After they know that DOP wants to shoot, they will plan how to create a picture for that scene by using their equipment. They will accuse the cinematographer in order to create shape and control the light. After that, the quick grip's right-hand person, or called the best boy, will receive the plan and tell the crew how to make it happen. The best boy also in charge of gear and arrangement on the truck and on set. They are also in charge of booking crew and equipment rental. The last position in this department called grips. A set will usually have 2 or 4 people to be a grips in this department depending on the setup requirement. This department duty is to do everything that the bad boys tell them to do. Their tasks include carrying flags and sand back to the roof and waiting for the next direction. Some shows have many dolly shots, in which case there will be one person to be a dolly grip. They are in charge of setting up dolly track, make sure it's level, putting camera on the dolly, and control the dolly. U.S. grip belongs to the National Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, IATSE. Canada grip may also belong to that too, or the Canada Other Professional Trade Unions in Toronto, Damped, 700 or Vancouver ACFC. British grip usually belong to Broadcasting, Entertainment, Cinematograph and Theatre Union, or BECTU. For a non-union job, key grip will get $300 to $350 per day, and other grip will get around $250 per day. For a union job, key grip will get around $37 to $39 per hour. Best boy will get around $33 to $35 per hour, and a grip will get around $30 to $32 per hour. As an actor, we should be aware of our movement. Move into the right position that director tells and make it consistent in every take. If we can hit the right mark, the grip's job will be easier. And that's all the information of grip department. Thanks for today. Bye!